this massive, muscular pro wrestler, UFC fighter. That's really his calling card, is having this crazy jacked physique. But recently, a lot of fans have been noticing that Brock Lesnar is a much more downsized version of himself compared to how he's looked in the past. Now, a lot of people have been asking me what I think the reason is for this. Do I think Brock Lesnar has gone completely natural? And the answer to that, I think, is yes. So obviously lately there's been a lot of speculation about Brock Lesnar returning to the UFC, especially after UFC 226 in July, where he had that showdown with Daniel Cormier. And of course, also recently at SummerSlam in the WWE, he lost his championship to Roman Reigns. So in anticipation of Brock Lesnar's UFC return, he has re-entered the USADA testing pool. So for those of you who don't know, USADA is the United States Anti-Doping Agency, which is the agency that the UFC uses to test its athletes for banned substances, including steroids. So apparently Brock Lesnar has been re-entered into USADA for about a month now, and during that time that he's been back in USADA, he's already been tested reportedly 3 times in the past month, from July 20th to August 1st. Now, some people might say that's a little bit too strict of testing, but keep in mind, back at USADA's last UFC fight with Mark Hunt at UFC 200 2 years ago, he failed an in-competition drug test with USADA. So if Lesnar is slated to have a fight at the end of 2018, it appears that USADA is going to make sure, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that Brock Lesnar is completely clean when he enters that fight. So that is likely the reason we are seeing a noticeably smaller version of Brock Lesnar right now during his time with the WWE prior to going back into the UFC. And it is very noticeable because at his peak, Brock Lesnar was roughly 286 pounds at a height of 6'3". So a very massive human being at his peak. But now at 41 years old, if it's true that Brock Lesnar is getting off all the drugs, all the performance-enhancing drugs specifically, obviously that is going to result in a downsized physique. So do I think that right now Brock Lesnar is completely natural and off everything and will be completely natural going into his next fight if he has this fight towards the end of 2018? I do believe he will be. I think this time both Lesnar and USADA are going to make sure there's no discrepancies in this upcoming fight, and hopefully he is 100% clean, and hopefully that is the reason why we see a significantly downsized Lesnar and he's not, sick or anything. Because I think to most people it would be pretty apparent that Brock Lesnar at his peak physique was not a naturally attainable physique. So the Brock Lesnar we see now is very likely to be a drug-free Brock Lesnar. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about Brock Lesnar's downsized physique, why you think he's downsizing, and if you think he's clean.